Hey everybody, and yes, happy Thanksgiving. It is November 22nd, 2018. And like I said, happy Thanksgiving to you all. And yeah, you can consider this a bit of a Thanksgiving vlog because, tell you, I tell you this, whew, man, I don't know what to say sometimes. I haven't worked so many days in a row for quite some time. I mean, I do recall basically working almost like a week straight here at my job, which I'm thankful for. I thank God for that. But, whew, tell you, I mean, that little video, that little 30-second video that I posted, is any indication of what Tuesday was like. Yesterday was busy too, and it started to get that way. There's no doubt. I can only imagine what last minute shoppers are going to be like today and even tonight. Thank the Lord I don't have to deal with that, because for the first time within a year, for the first time in about 2 years or so, I'm going to be off this Thanksgiving. I'm off this Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Basically, I'm off Thanksgiving weekend, the whole 4 days. And I'm thankful for that. Really am. And on top of that, I get paid for these 2 days I'm off. So, in addition to not being there, I get paid for not being there. It's PTO, paid time off. So I get 8-hour shifts. So thank God for that. So my check is going to be a lot bigger. Then on top of that, my job reveals that we have our bonus coming up. Yeah, we have a quarterly bonus, which is a surprise that's coming up so soon. Yeah, it's come up so soon. I mean, usually they wait to give us the bonus around the first check in December. But in this case, since, our next check after this falls on the 9th, it's best that we do it now. And what's funny is I haven't done any real overtime in a sense since, well, in a long time, period. I mean, I told my CSM, one of my CSMs that I work with towards the ending of my shift, I work with her for about 3 hours. When I was leaving the other day, I told her that, I was off, and I just don't want to risk overtime. And then she said, oh, well, they're giving it out now. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, now someone tells me. Had I known that, I probably would have said, look, I'm going to stay a little bit longer, or 2.5 hours, or something like that. And matter of fact, speaking of half hour, that's kind of what I did yesterday. I did overtime, but in a way that was kind of different for me. Not that I've ever done lunches or had my lunch this short before, but basically, I was basically our new store manager, who has the same name as my cousin. I guess gave the okay along with the assistants to say, look, it's going to be busy, we're going to need all hands on deck. And that's exactly what they did. They decided that the best way to do all hands on deck was to basically cut the lunch hours short. Now, it was optional. I think. But they did strongly suggest that they basically said, look, it's more money in your pocket, especially going towards your bonus, and right now we need the help. So it was strongly suggested that you do that. Now, did a lot of us do that? Did a lot of us associates do that yesterday? or this week. No, we didn't cut our hours out. We didn't. I mean, not hours, but we didn't cut our lunch hour out. But there were some of us that did stay a little extra just to get things ready. I mean, yesterday they were already getting stuff ready for tonight and tomorrow. Yeah. They were getting stuff ready for tonight and tomorrow, which, all I could say is I wish my fellow associates a lot of luck tonight. I wish all my fellow Walmart associates all across the country a lot of luck tonight. No matter when you start your Black Friday event, I wish you all the best of luck. I mean, right now, what is it? It's about 10:52 in New York, and so I wish a lot of my Walmart associates in New York, some that might be attending the parade right now before they have to go to work tonight, I wish you guys all the best of luck, because what they're having us do, basically they're having you guys do the same thing, sell the same stuff and all that. I can only imagine how bad it's going to be. I can only imagine that. But yeah, I'm just thankful to have this day off, these next 4 days off, because quite honestly, it's like a mini vacation long overdue. Not that I didn't have a couple of days off before. Back in July, I think I had 3-4 days off as well, 3 days off because of my birthday. And getting the 4 days here is a kind of a surprise, because normally they wouldn't do that. But it's like I said in that little channel update vlog I did 2 days ago before I went to work, or before I got myself ready for work. I basically said that they have this new little thing called core scheduling, where it's what it is that it's more flexible for you, the associates. It's like, oh yeah, we'll work with you. Here's what we're going to do for you. Here's how we're going to work with you to make your schedule more suited for you and your needs. But as I mentioned in the video, there's a catch-22, obviously, that you yourself as an associate has to figure out. And that catch-22 is basically the fact, it's basically the fact that, sorry if I was looking that way or this way, sorry about that. But basically the catch-22 is you could ask and probably get the holidays off, certain holidays that you're not supposed to have, but you have to make up for it by working on days you usually don't. Now, I'm not totally sure about what's going to come up with Christmas Eve and New Year's and all that. If I get them off, I'd be happy, but I can't really say if that's going to happen. The reason being is because we have a new front end assistant, maybe two of them. Our new front end assistant is she's about maybe a little younger than me, maybe about my age. I'm not really sure, but she is a nice woman. She's very nice. She's very nice and everything, very understanding. In fact, they didn't even get on my case or anything about turning off my light when I was getting ready to go to break, because we were so busy. They're like, go do your things, no problem. So, and her name is Corrine, Corina, Corrine. So it's really that's one thing as well that's been happening at my job lately over the past several months, is some of the staff has been changing. Some of the staff has been transferring to other stores. We've had new people transferring in, coming in and being part of our stores. So it's really interesting. And all I could say for Corrine and Jessica, who's our new store manager, and some of the newer people, like Erado, I think is another assistant. all I could say is I wish him the best of luck tonight, because today and tonight, because it's going to be hectic. There's no doubt about that. I mean, really, there's no doubt about it. And just drinking some eggnog this morning. But yeah, it's going to be no doubt about it. It's going to be busy. I mean, I'll tell you how busy it was yesterday, to be honest with you. When I came in for the first time in, I think, a long time, it's like the moment I came in, I'm going towards the front, and I'm walking towards the registers, and I'm going right between, I think, what was it, register 4 and 3. And registers, and our CSM in charge that morning said, Brian, jump on 4, get on 4 real quickly. Or it's not, he didn't say jump, but said, can you open up 4? So yeah, it's not like I didn't even have a chance to look for the CSM like I normally would do to see where I would go, where they would need me. Instead, I ended up basically going right to the register. I mean, like I said, I walked right between the registers. Here's register 3, here's register 4. And here I am walking in between, and I'm going right to 4. And basically right to work. For the first time in a long time, it's like, boom, go right to it. And that's what I did. And all day yesterday, I was not just doing cashiering. I'm not even doing cashiering for about 20, 30, 40, 30, about 30 minutes. Brian, you got to go to customer service. Okay, fine, doing customer service. The only thing I can't do at customer service is money. Now, let me explain. We have these things at my job. I think this goes for any job. We have these little tests that we have to do. These little tests, these little pathways, CBLs as they call them, GMLSs, whatever, that we have to do and complete before we actually work, before we're actually able to do something. We have to pass these tests. So for some odd reason, it was just my phone going off. And in case you're wondering, Amazon's Amazon.com's Black Friday deals just started. Anyway, like I was saying, basically, it's the fact that we have to take these tests to be able to do certain things, and it seems that when they updated the system a little bit, sorry about that, but it seems that when they updated the system a little bit, they decided that some of us, like myself, some of us associates like myself, could no longer do money unless we completed the CBL. We could do returns, we could do money orders, we can load money onto a card, but we can't, we can't, what's the word I'm looking for? We can't cash checks. I don't think we can we can't cash checks, and we can't send money. Or even give money if somebody's coming in and receiving it. We can't do any of that until we do our AMLs. That's what they're called. So I can only do returns. And I'll tell you this, I'm not trying to brag here, but I am obviously very evident from yesterday. I'm one of those associates that's been there for almost 5 years, going on this February 18th next year. It will be 5 years, half a decade. I'm one of those people they depend on. They depend on knowing how to do certain things. In fact, I joked with my CSM, Monica. I said, it's like I'm the everyman, and she's like, well, that's what you wanted to be, isn't it? So, but yeah, they depend on me. I mean, like I said, I did cashiering, I did customer service for returns, and then not even a little after that, I ended up doing layaway. I had to get some help from basically somewhat of a family member who works there as well, and she helped me out with one of the situations. But yeah, I had to do layaway. So, and then later on, I did carts. Like I come back from lunch, we need you to go outside help with the carts, and that's what I did for the remainder of my shift. They were going to try to keep me inside a little bit, but I think it's the fact that the fact that it got so busy, they just decided, Brian, we need you out there right now. Thank you, and all that. Especially when it seemed that one of our cart pushers, stockmen as they call them, had come in, and this is what kind of threw me off a little bit. This stockman, no offense, God, when I say this, no offense, because I don't know whether or not he was legitimately sick or not. But this stockman comes in, and he tells everybody he's got to go home early because he's sick, but he's willing to come in and work a little bit. It's kind of odd that if you're sick, why wouldn't you just call out sick? You still get paid. Why wouldn't you just call out sick? You know, I don't, or call in sick. I don't get it. So, again, this stockman has had a reputation lately of, not showing up when he's scheduled, calling in sick or something like that. So, especially when it comes like the first Monday of the week. So, again, it's kind of in doubt. Again, I'm not saying yay or nay of whether or not he was legitimately sick. But, people will unfortunately use excuses to just get out of work so they can spend the holidays with family and friends. Now, look, I understand spending the time with family and friends is important. But, just like I learned last year, you just got to deal with the cards that were dealt with you. Or, just basically deal with the cards that were dealt you. That's all you can really do. So, yeah, but yeah, it was busy. It was raining, of course, so it didn't make it easy. And it seems that no matter what, on the grocery side and even the pharmacy side, no matter how much you put the carts in, people just kept taking them and taking them and taking them. And it didn't help anything that basically the stockman that clocked out at 5, who had been there since 8 in the morning, had to charge what we call the mule, the cart machine that pick up the carts to make it easier and quicker for us, had to plug it in because the battery was dying. And this is a new mule machine. And this is a new mule, or a new cart machine. So yeah, that didn't help either. But overall, very productive day yesterday. And one thing I will say is, it does make the time go by fast. That's how these 6 days in a row that I've worked have gone by fast for me to get to these 4 days that I will be off. And I thank the Lord for having these days off. So anyway, I just thought I'd come on here and give you guys a bit of a Thanksgiving Day vlog, let you know what's been happening. And I hope you all have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, especially if you're on the road right now or in the air. So that's all I can say, guys. So happy Thanksgiving. God bless. Take care. And I can't wait to hear what you have to say in response to this vlog.